Hello and welcome to another episode of Focus On. My name is Kiamo Mosipele. We are in Durban at the Africa Travel Indaba, Africa's premier travel and tourism event showcasing the potential of travel. We spoke to SA Tourism on the impact of domestic tourism. Let's take a look. So thanks so much for your time. You come off a panel talking about the unique offering of rural and township tourism. When we look at that sector, a sector that is often underrepresented in the tourism market, what makes it unique?
First of all, thank you again for this opportunity to CNBC. It's very interesting, man. South Africa has a lot of culture to offer, like I had mentioned earlier on. And what makes it unique is not only the different cultures that we possess in the country, but the different experiences, the different landscapes that are situated in these villages and townships. That's something that we have to offer, the different political history, the different cuisines that we have to offer. It's quite a vast basket of offerings that the township and village tourism sector has for the tourism market, like I just mentioned, culture, food, experiences, what you see, and so forth.
So just speaking about your offering, which is an experience for tourists who are interested in the rich culture of South Africa, how do you position your organization or your program to bring that out?
But our focus is enterprise development to work with businesses in the tourism sector. So our work is to attract the businesses, to invite businesses that are servicing the tourism market and collaborate with them, hear what they have to say. One thing that you must remember, there was no voice for township and village tourism businesses. So Sato Vito is now the voice for township and village tourism businesses. Every year we host the Intra-Trade, where we hear what the businesses are struggling with, what challenges do they face, and so forth, and then we call in all the relevant people to actually come and address those things. So this is how we are working with township and village tourism businesses as part of their advocacy, but also we facilitate opportunities of working together, facilitate opportunities of intra-trading, where we make sure that the money rotates around these people. I'm a tour guide, I need a tour operator, I go to the Sato Vito Intra-Trade platform. Guys, I'm looking for a tour operator to take 50 people to Eastern Cape, to another friend of mine or another colleague of mine who will actually take them to Mandela's house where Mandela was born. So that's how we work, and we understand, we are intelligent enough to understand that the culture and the unique experiences are situated in the townships and the villages, and we are now exploiting that opportunity. For instance, world icon Mandela, he was born in Kulu. It's in a village. He grew up in other spaces, but he went to Alexandra, where when he was now formally employed in Johannesburg, he stayed in Alexandra before moving to Soweto, which is a township. And where was he buried again? Kulu. You see, so I'm just making these examples and reminding people to say the townships and villages of this country possess so much beautiful stories, so much beautiful culture, beautiful people, and quite a lot of exciting things that people can experience when they visit the townships and villages of this country.
I want to circle back to the point you made about facilitating opportunities. Another point that was made was opportunities for jobs. When we look at the township and rural community, what are the opportunities there for creating employment, and is progress being made?
Yes, let me make you a typical example within the sector, right? Tourist guiding is an opportunity. Who tells you the story of Matatiele? Who grew up in Matatiele? It's a local, So that's an opportunity for us to develop tourist guides within the spaces that we are living in, so that when a tourist comes and visits that space, they are able to get the authentic story from somebody that stays there, and somebody that knows the story and experienced it. So those are just the small opportunities I'm just showcasing of somebody that doesn't have to own a car, doesn't have to own anything. All they need to know is their history and share it, and they can make a living from that. Then you go to the second phase. People need a space to sleep. You don't no longer have to go to get a 5-star or a 10-star hotel and so forth, so forth. You can actually go to a homestay, which is what we are working with in terms of the grading concept, where we are now collaborating and making sure that homestays are accredited with the BQV certificate, basic quality verification certificate, and that allows the visitor to actually say, this person has been verified. This person is a tourism practitioner. I can sleep in this person's place. And that's now what we are facilitating in terms of access to market and access to opportunity. So businesses will now be able to actually get BQV certificates. If you have a back room and you want to utilize it for short stay accommodation, that's an opportunity. I don't want to talk about the tour operators. I can go on and on about the cuisine, about so forth, so forth. But ultimately, the opportunities are there, and we are now in a position where we need to develop, make people aware of these opportunities, and train them and give them the resources and capacitate them so that they're able to exploit them.
So the opportunities are vast, but also an opportunity is here at the Africa Travel Indaba. From yourself as a voice in the rural and township tourism sector, what are you hoping to achieve?
But one thing that we've been doing is that we've been going around checking from the townships and villages who is here. So we are happy that most of the government offices are transformed and have transformed to support township and village tourism businesses to form part of the exhibitions here. That's something that we are happy about. I think about probably 40% or 30% of the people that are here come from the townships and villages in the different provinces and so forth. Yes, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done with the other provinces, where we see more officials coming into a trade platform, which is not really meant for trade with officials, because government and government don't trade amongst each other. It is actually the businesses that trade amongst each other, and that's what moves the economy. So we're hoping that in the future, we will see one official and 5 businesses. When for every one official, there's 10 businesses. That's something that we want to see from the ATI. But outside of that, we also want to see the inclusion of the marginalized communities. So Sato Vito, what is doing is that we've identified a venue called Ushini in Ushini Lodge in a nearby village, and we will be hosting a township and village tourism business networking session this Thursday, where we are activating the surrounding villages and showcasing people that, hey man, it's not a Tegunik Pela. Just 20 minutes drive from here, there's a village you can access. You can go there, sleep there, experience. It's actually called Shaga's Playground. This is where Shaga Zulu grew up. And when you are there, you are able to know and learn about the history of Shaga when he was young. It's near a beautiful dam called Inanda Dam. The landscapes are beautiful, the experiences are beautiful, something that somebody wants to experience, and we are activating that. And we're hoping that the future of the ATI will also look at how we activate the surrounding townships and villages to make sure that there's economic inclusivity of our people.
Ma'am, thanks so much for joining us. Still here at the Africa Travel Indaba. And you just come off a panel speaking specifically to rural and township tourism. From your perspective, that overhead approach, what are the current challenges facing the sector?
I think what is really important for South Africa is economic growth, and what we need to do is everything within our power to make tourism easy for products to do. From a Tourism Grading Council South Africa perspective, we have the Basic Quality Verification Program, which encourages homestays to be basic quality verified. And it's a fabulous introductory program to help products develop what they do, develop their authentic experience, and make sure it is accessible to the world.
Now, touching on access, what are some of the ways in which you facilitate some of these experiences that you have said? And you also made mention of the different nuances based on where the city is located in South Africa. Just expand a bit on that.
Absolutely. We have a stand here for the Tourism Grading Council of South Africa. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary. So we've been in business for 25 years, and our stand has got 25 different products on it. We have brought those products here as benchmark products from across our star grading program to demonstrate to the world what we can offer to the world and the different unique experiences. And it's really fantastic to see what everyone is offering. We've got 5-star boutique hotels, we've got cultural experiences, we've got a whole bunch of very, very exciting different properties that are showcasing what they do.
Now, just continuing on in terms of, I'd like a picture of the demand for these unique experiences. We know some of the more popular, or should I say traditional experiences. When we look at the unique offering of rural and township tourism, what is the demand like, and what are some of the efforts you are putting in place to leverage that?
So what we do as South African Tourism is we host this fantastic show here called Africa's Travel Indaba. We have over 9,000 delegates from around the world, 1,200 exhibitors, and what is really important is we not only bring them to the show, but we also then take them on hosting. So we take them to experience the actual different parts of South Africa. And depending on the country and that particular nuance of what they're interested in, we'll take them to experience different parts of South Africa. So they're tailored tours with different requirements and different customer needs. So that's one of the aspects that we bring to Africa's Travel Indaba. So not just the opportunity to do business, but experience our culture.
And I also just want to look at it from an overhead approach, specifically from government. We know that the Deputy President opened the Travel Indaba yesterday, speaking about the significant contribution tourism brings into the country. What do you think are some of the measures that needed to be taken to leverage and take advantage of this?
I think we have seen tremendous demonstration of how interministerial collaboration can help tourism. Recently, the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Home Affairs launched the Trusted Tour Operator Scheme, which is designed to drive an expedient visa application for Indian travelers and Chinese travelers. And this is the kind of collaboration we're seeing right from the top. And it was in fact an honor and a privilege to have the Deputy President here to be a part of the tourism economy and be at the opening of our trade floor yesterday here at Africa's Travel Indaba.
And that's how we wrap up this episode of Focus On in Durban at the Africa Travel Indaba. From me, Kiamo Mosipile, and the rest of the CNBC Africa team, it's goodbye for now.